Hey guys, I've never made a YouTube video before, so this one's my first, and I'm excited because it is the 2018 Phorm Elite Sponsored Athlete Search. And so I'll be answering a series of questions for why I would be a good athlete for Phorm, why I'm Phorm, and then a little bit about my story in health and fitness. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy it. So the first question is, how did I discover Phorm? So earlier this year, I was talking to one of my closest friends about possibly switching my major for school. I just finished a pharmacy school semester, and I'll talk more about it later, but I am planning to switch gears. And so earlier this year I was talking to her about that, and she had sent me a video on Instagram of Laura Novotny talking about her switch from accounting to fitness, which was super inspiring for me. And after I saw that, I decided to follow her and kind of learn more about her story. And that's where I saw a lot of the Phorm products from. And my best friend at the time, well, she still does. My best friend, she uses Phorm products and kind of recommended them to me from Laura too. And so after that, that's kind of how I got introduced to Phorm. I saw a few other people on Instagram using Phorm as well, like fellow competitors and things like that. And when I started looking into their products, I was like, these look like really great products. Kind of want to give them a try. And so that was when I first found Phorm. I started following a lot of different people that were Phorm Legionnaires and Phorm athletes, and kind of got into the whole world of the Legion of Boom. And I realized how wonderful all the people were. Everybody was really spreading positivity and being real and raw and true. And that's one thing I really loved about Phorm. So now I've ended up following like a bunch of people and trying a lot of the products, and that's really how I found Phorm. And it's awesome that I became a Legionnaire. Now I feel very lucky to be aligned with this company, just because of their morals and standards are, you know, exactly how I was raised to grow up. It was do the right thing, you know, be kind, help people. And it's really cool to see that in a company, especially in the fitness industry. Their products are the highest quality that I've ever been able to find. And they taste the best. I've been literally trying different protein powders for years, and nothing has ever tasted that good. So that blew my mind. But yeah, that's basically how I found Phorm. And the next question is... The next question on the 2018 Phorm Athlete Search video says, what makes you Phorm? So what makes me Phorm? Obviously I use the products and I love them, and I suggest them to everybody that asks me, you know, what protein do you use or what supplements do you use and why. But on top of all of that, I would say what makes me Phorm is that the values that Phorm has as a company are very similar to my own. I love to help people, and I've been trying to help people and educating people as much as I can, you know, in the health and fitness industry, or health and fitness just in general, because it's something I'm really passionate about. When I got into it, I was pretty young. I started studying nutrition just like for fun in high school. You know, I'd come home from school and I would Google articles of food and what to eat, what not to eat, why you should have certain things. I kind of learned about macronutrients and counting calories and things like that. And, you know, it's expanded now. I'm more looking into micronutrients and how we need those for our bodies to function properly and everything like that. But anyway, the education portion is super fun for me. I love being able to tell people, you know, why protein's good for you, or why you should have this micronutrient, or, you know, what's the best way for somebody else to get in the gym and how can they stay motivated, or how much water should you be drinking in a day. There's a lot of this information that a lot of people don't know, or there's so many wide varieties of answers to that it's kind of hard for a person to be like, you know, what do I actually do? So I feel really lucky that when somebody asks me, I have the opportunity to educate them. So that's one thing that makes me feel like I am really Phorm. I know that as a company, their goal is to educate and to help others, and that is my personal goal too. I just want to educate and help others learn more about their health, learn more about nutrition, how to do workouts, stuff like that. And then also, you know, to do the right thing. So I would never recommend a product that wouldn't be for someone. It's not about selling anything, you know, it's just about being able to help them and help them reach their goals and help them get healthy. So that's one thing I like about First Form too, and that's how I feel like I'm aligned with them. A lot of things too, like I've noticed a lot of First Form posts talk about, you know, dedication and hard work, and I've learned a lot about dedication and hard work from pharmacy school and from competing. So for example, I worked my ass off to get into pharmacy school, and I was accepted at age 19 to a graduate program to get your doctorate, which is amazing, and it was a super huge accomplishment for me. And you know, that's not the path I'm going to continue, but I am super proud of that, and that was a lot of hard work and dedication. It was putting in a lot of time, a lot of hours studying. I had to say no to a lot of things, like hang out with friends or going on vacations and stuff like that. Like there wasn't a lot of free time in my life during that period, so you know, that was a huge dedication thing that ended up being applied to fitness for me. I took a year off, for those of you who don't know, between my undergrad program and starting the pharmacy program, and in that year off, I competed for the first time, and so that taught me a huge amount of hard work and dedication and what it takes. You know, you're really in the gym day in and day out, you're prepping all your meals, you're making sure you're sleeping on time, and then you have everything else going on in your life outside of that, and it is hard work and dedication, and it is a lifestyle to, you know, be in the gym and be into fitness. And I know that First Form is all about, you know, dedication and putting in the work and paying your dues, and I feel like I'm right there with them on that. And, you know, supporting anyone and reaching their goals, and that it's a lot of work, but it's totally worth it, and it always pays off, and it's super fun to be a part of a community that's all about that. So yeah. The third question is, why do you want to be a First Form athlete? And so part of what I talked about previously, our goals align a little bit in wanting to help people. I would love to help people on a massive scale, get healthier, and, you know, find ways to get into the gym, find ways to make their food taste good, that's healthy, because sometimes I know that's hard, and one of my favorite things to do is cook healthy food that tastes amazing. So helping people out with that, and reaching as many people as I possibly can would be amazing. One thing that I learned from pharmacy school, and I'm grateful that I went to pharmacy school and saw this side of the world that I, you know, maybe am not going to be interested in anymore. A lot of the things that I learned in pharmacy school were treatment based. So somebody has a problem, and then you treat that, you know, to fix it, but you treat it with a medication, and oftentimes that causes symptoms, problems, and then they're on that medication for the rest of their lives. One thing that I felt really passionate about was preventative care. So I'm like, how can I help these people, you know, not end up even getting on that medication in the first place, or, you know, how can I help them get off the medication? And so I found a lot of that in nutrition. You know, a lot of the problems that we have in society, and a lot of the reasons why people end up on medication, is because their lifestyle is got a few problems in it, either whether it's like nutrition, working out, not getting enough exercise, not getting enough sleep, a combination of all of them. So I'm passionate about, you know, really helping people stop that before it starts and get ahead of the game, take really good care of themselves so they don't end up having to go into the doctor for some of those problems. And so if I can help people, you know, in any way possible, whether it's just, you know, weight loss, if it's muscle gain, if it's getting healthier so they don't have to be on medication, getting healthier so they can spend more time with their friends and family, anything like that, you know, that's really why I want to be a sponsored athlete, so that I can help people on a massive scale, and so that I can also work with other people that have aligned goals to me as well. I know that First Form's biggest thing is educating others, and the way they've educated me already as a Legionnaire is huge, so I'd love to be a part of that and be able to help people the same way they do. Fourth question is, how would the $50,000 help me? So if I were to win the Elite Sponsored Athlete Search for First Form, I would win $50,000. The $50,000 would help me because what my plan is to go back to school. So I just finished a semester of pharmacy school and withdrew from the program, which was totally a decision I made this semester. I realized that the pharmacy program was not for me. I do not want to spend the next 4 years you know, going down that path, because it's not where my heart is. My heart's in helping people get healthier and not have to go through the treatment process and things like that. It was really hard for me. So I decided that I'm, you know, withdrawing from the program, and I am going to go back to school and get a degree in nutrition, and then use that degree to take my test as a registered dietitian and be able to help people have a healthier lifestyle that way. So $50,000 would really help me. I would be able to use that money to go back to school and finish up that degree and get a degree in nutrition so that I can become a registered dietitian. So the fifth question is, what makes me unique? And I have a couple different answers for this one. Some pertain to fitness and some don't. But to start, I would say that one thing I really enjoy doing is helping others learn. You can ask like the same cousin that taught me how to lift. I would play like teacher with her growing up, and I'd like have a little whiteboard, and I probably didn't teach her anything other than like a flower, but I really do enjoy helping others learn, especially in relation to nutrition and fitness. But it's something that I've always really enjoyed doing, and that's like a huge thing for me now. So that would be one thing that makes me a little bit unique. And then also leading by example and instilling confidence in other people. Again, in relation to nutrition and fitness. So, you know, helping other people feel confident, especially like women. I feel like I've helped a lot, you know, feel confident coming into the gym, and instead of going straight to cardio, maybe getting into the weightlifting section or the free weight section where they may have previously felt uncomfortable, or helping them feel more confident about, you know, what to eat and getting enough protein in and things like that. Sometimes people don't, you know, have the education of that already, and then they kind of don't feel confident in what they should be eating or what they should be doing at the gym, or am I doing this exercise right or wrong? And so I feel like one thing I've been able to do is instill confidence in people in that way, and I think that makes me unique as well. Another thing that makes me unique, and this one's not so much related to health and fitness, but it does relate to my discipline and work ethic. When I graduated high school early, I started college when I was 17, and I finished my entire undergrad in 2.5 years. And like I mentioned previously, I got accepted into pharmacy school at age 19, which was a huge accomplishment for me. So being able to do all that, you know, just puts me in a unique place because of the fact that I've been able to accomplish all that, and I feel very grateful for having the opportunity to go to college at such a young age, and, you know, being able to get accepted into a program like that and having all the support from my friends and family to be able to do that was huge. Very lucky, and that makes me very unique as well. Sorry, I got a little cut off there. And then another thing that makes me unique is that I chose to follow my passions, which I feel like sometimes it's hard for people to, you know, make that jump, but deciding to leave pharmacy school and pursue nutrition instead is something a little bit different that I say, you know, or I could think that would make me stand out a little bit or make me unique. And then the last thing I think that makes me unique is that oftentimes when I am placed with a challenge or you know, there's a problem, I always look for a solution. I always look at everything in a solution-based approach, and I think that's really helpful, especially with, you know, helping someone with a meal plan or a workout plan. Like, hey, maybe I don't have time for this. Okay, well, what can we do to find time for you? What's the most convenient thing for you to do? What's the, you know, easiest way to get you to enjoy working out? Or what's the easiest way to get enough protein in your diet for the day? Those are just like nutrition examples. I apply this to every aspect of my life as well. But I do think that it would be one of the other things that makes me a unique person, so yeah. Okay, so for the 6th and 7th question, it says, what got you into fitness, and then what struggles have you had to endure? So I'm gonna put those together because part of what got me into fitness was a struggle. So when I was a sophomore in high school, I had quit dance. I was a dancer for like 10 years. I quit dance and decided to put more of my energy into school. I graduated high school early when I was 17. I graduated a semester early and started college. And so I was, you know, really focusing on getting good grades and getting my curriculum done so that I could get to college, and stopped dancing, which resulted in me gaining a little bit of weight, which I wasn't used to. I just wasn't as active, and I only really ran very much. Like, I didn't know a whole lot about the gym. So what kind of happened to me is that I was like not really enjoying the weight gain. I was like, oh, I need to lose this weight or whatever. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a personal trainer or anything like that. I just used Google. So I looked up all this stuff so I could try to eat healthy, and everything I was eating was really healthy. I'd have like oatmeal for breakfast, and I'd have a lot of veggies and fruit, and then I'd have chicken for dinner with more veggies and stuff. Sometimes like a sweet potato. but I was eating like under 1,000 calories. So I eventually got to like 99 pounds. And I was starving myself, and I wasn't trying to, like, I had no intention of being ridiculously skinny or anything like that, or starving myself for being unhealthy at all. I was honestly trying to be healthy, but unfortunately I just didn't have proper education on how many calories I should really be eating, and I was using like a app that would tell me how many calories I should eat in a day to lose a certain amount of pounds, but I really didn't understand any of it yet. So I was trying to get like super low weight. I was eating no calories. I was running at least 2 miles a day. I didn't lift any weights back then. I got super skinny, very unhealthy, and it lasted for like probably 4 months, 5 months or so. And then there was one night I was laying in bed and I couldn't fall asleep. My stomach hurt super bad. I was having all these stomach cramps, and I went to my mom, knocked on her door, and I was like, Mom, I don't feel good. Like, I don't know what's going on with me. Like, maybe I need to eat more. And I think she knew, and a lot of my friends knew that there was something going on with me. And I didn't even realize it, but I was irritable all the time and angry and frustrated because I just was not eating enough. So my mom and I got me an appointment set up with my doctor. She's a super awesome lady. And when I went into her, she kind of had me what I know now is do a reverse diet. So she was like, well, let's add in some calories for you, a couple hundred calories a week, but you're definitely not eating enough. She told me if I were to continue doing that, like, all my muscles would deteriorate, which that's including your heart. It can be really dangerous for you to starve yourself. You can literally kill yourself doing that. So she was teaching me, you know, eat a little bit more, let's get you into the gym doing some stuff other than running, make sure you take a rest day. I was not taking rest days at all, so she would be like, do one rest day a week and then eat more calories, and then why don't you start lifting weights. So I was like, I think 16 at this time. That's when I first started lifting weights. My big cousin, she was super into weightlifting too, which was awesome. So she got me on the train a little bit with that and showed me how to do a few exercises, and I'm forever grateful for that because, you know, that's where I kind of started lifting. Stopped doing as much cardio as I was doing all the time, and just started eating more, so I gained, you know, a healthy amount of weight back. And then after that year, I had one more semester, so I went off to college. And in college, and even in high school, like all throughout high school and then all throughout college, I worked at gyms. So I was always in the gym atmosphere. I would, you know, lift at least 5 to 6 times a week. I mean, I wasn't lifting like for competitiveness, like I didn't do bodybuilding competitions yet. It was just like lifting to stay in shape, and I knew that the more muscle I'd have, the more calories I would burn, so the more food I could eat. I love food. So I kept up with that. And so let's fast forward a little bit. So I went to 2 different colleges. At the first college, it was just, you know, me going through the motions. I was still really focused on school. And then I transferred back to my hometown to go to college, and I started working at the same gym I worked at in high school, where I met my now husband. And he did bodybuilding competitions, so it was kind of cool to see him do that, and him and I started dating like right when I moved back home. So we would go to the gym together, and he taught me how to lift a little bit more, what's the word, like intensely probably. Like, I didn't have like a workout split or anything. I would just do upper body and lower body days, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I just didn't really know a lot about it. So he taught me a lot. I did way more lifting than cardio, and started to eat a little healthier around him just because he was really good at that. And so it inspired me, and that was cool. So then we dated for a while. We got engaged. Right after we got engaged, I found out I got accepted into pharmacy school in Colorado. So a few months later, together we moved to Colorado. And once we kind of moved out here was when I decided I was going to take a year off. And I think it was about a month after that, we went to an NPC show just to check it out. And both of us immediately were like, we got to do this. And he had already done it once before, so he did one 4 weeks later. It was so fun to watch. While he was doing that, I started prepping for my first show. And then throughout my prep too, I decided, like, I love this and it's super fun, and it brought me back to the days where I would come home from high school and go and study nutrition and go and study new workouts that I could do. And so that was really fun to be able to do with him. And I decided that I wanted to be a NASM certified personal trainer and fitness nutrition specialist. So after competing over the course of like a year, I got certified in both of those. which was really fun. And I had a new love for competing. Being a dancer for so many years, being on stage was second nature to me, so I love it. I think it's super fun. I like the discipline of competing. Aaron and I like to do it together, so I really enjoy that too, because it's something we can do together. We meal prep together, we can go to the gym together, we do cardio in the morning together, everything like that. And it's just fun to see our bodies change over the course of time. We've already made so many improvements in the last couple years, so it's been fun to do that too. So that's kind of what got me really into fitness. That's what, I created like an Instagram fitness page and started posting workouts, and that's where I really wanted to start helping people more. And yeah, so that would be what got me into fitness, and also a little bit of the struggles that I endured during that time. I would say another thing too, when I was in college, especially studying things that I wasn't super hyped to study about, because obviously, as you guys know by watching this video, I'm very passionate about nutrition and exercise and not so passionate about pharmacy school. There was a period of time where I went through some intense like depression and anxiety, and I think a huge part of me coming over that was actually not any medication, but it was really like getting into a healthier lifestyle. Getting into the gym really relieved some stress for me, and making sure I got enough sleep really helped with the anxiety, and a lot of things like that. So it was really good for me in so many ways. I have way more energy now. I'm really happy. I'm just happy to be doing what I love to do, and be going towards a goal that I'm actually excited about, that I'm not just like, oh, it sounds good to this person or that person. I personally really am proud to say, I'm gonna go do this thing for me, for nutrition, so I can help other people in a way that I feel proud of, and that I really care about others and really want to help them with, instead of something that I feel like I have to do or felt pressured into doing, by my circumstances growing up. So yeah, that was a lot, but anyway, yeah, those would be, any struggles that I have endured would definitely be from that, and that's really what actually pushed me into fitness, alongside some of the help from, my friends and family, like my cousin and my husband. They both were like huge people in my life that got me into it, so those two I'm forever thankful for that. But yeah, that is my entire video for the 2018 sponsored athlete search for Phorm. Thank you all for listening. Bye.